Ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome you to 21st Generation right here on Zodiak Television. Just a reminder of what to do in this lovely program. Usually we talk to it about the youth, so we talk to them about different things that they're doing in their lives, in their communities, and what have you, of course, to save themselves, serve their communities, as well as this country. All right, now today we are talking to someone who is, I mean, if somebody does create something, I do like to make it feel like, you know, it's a genius that I'm having in the program today. So help me welcome David Banda, someone who has had the heart to make your life easier by creating a RentMe app. Now it gets more exciting because I know you and I are tired of agents out there. So this is pretty exciting to have him here to talk about this app and of course how it's going to benefit you, especially young people, because I feel like now, because we're growing up, we're the ones who are looking for places to rent, houses, offices, and what have you. Agent out there. So it's pretty exciting to have this lovely guy in the studio to talk about this app that he has developed. And I don't want to spoil it for you guys. We want to hear it from, I don't know if they said from the cow's mouth or the camel mouth, I don't know, but hey, help me welcome David Banda in the studio. Hi, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great, and I'm very thankful that you guys, you know,
we brought you here.
You brought me here. it's a big word for me, so yeah. I'm very thankful, Ruth.
No, we're very thankful for your job because, I mean, if you ask me, the house searching thing is, I don't know. But anyways, it's pretty exciting because of, you know, the work that you're doing. Yeah. And of course, before we get into that, I just want to get a feel of how, what David Banda is. And of course, we want to now get into the inspiration behind the app. So let's get to know David Banda.
Okay. So I'm David Banda, like she said, and I'm the third child in a family of 8. And I think growing up, I've always been curious to like think of ways I can make an impact, you know, in my community and even to the country. So, yeah, I think I'm this person who is always curious to make things, to create things, and so yeah. Let me start there.
All right. No, lovely. Now let's get into the RentMe app.
Right.
Before we get to the inspiration behind it, I'm pretty sure everybody now is curious to know. Let's get to know this RentMe app. Tell us more about it.
Okay, so for RentMe, the inspiration came last year. And this was around September, and I thought of creating RentMe because it was hard. I was at that point renting with a certain friend of mine, and I had wanted to move out. So I asked like around the best way for me to like find a house in the next maybe 5-6 days, and this friend of mine, the roommate of mine, gave me a number of an agent, and I tried calling them, and it just, like, they said to call them the next day, and then the other day, and then it was just hard for them to find me a house. So I thought, oh, like, this is really a big problem. And I did already, of course, know that people had complained to me about, like, you know, having to pay viewing fees, and also just knowing that housing in Malawi is not structured. So I thought, you know, it would really, really be nice to have something that centralizes everything, you know. Shinshoti, ugafuna nyumba, sufunika so, you know, and how many people I went there in the Mosambila, and I even saw my Facebook, like I went into those Facebook groups, you know, to like even find the house. I wrote on several Facebook groups to even find the house, but it wasn't working. And instead of finding houses, I found a lot of people complaining, you know, complaining that it's hard to find a house, it's hard, they're having to deal with all these middlemen. So I was like, how about we just come up with something that like makes life easier, you know? Like you can do that in the comfort of your house to like request to like say, okay, I want to see this house. I like this house. People can scroll through the photos and then just send a request to the landlord. The landlord accepts and like for free. Why not do that? So I was like, okay, I think I have some work to do. And actually, this was like after I graduated from from college.
I was wondering, high school? By that time, you're only thinking, what's my step? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So after college?
So after college, I did some pieceworks, you know, where I was like driving like a certain team of Americans that came in Malawi. And then after that, I didn't have like anything like, you know, job-wise. So this was like me giving myself a job, you know. So I went hard at it, you know. Like 2 months in, I went straight into it, started building. And when I started telling people about it, people were very excited. They would tell me, you know, like I know this other friend of mine, he has a big organization, like, you know, for youth. And he was like, you know, it was very hard even for me to find office space. You know, muzoga ibanova sina office ambira mamkaso manyombe. Yeah, and the Nebezodi Adaje, he told me what I said. It was very hard. And I had to pay several fees, you know, along the way. And you already know we are living in a, I mean, the economy is not, you know, I mean, it's been hard, you know, especially even for us youths. So I think it's only just to have something that doesn't like make your life very hard.
All right.
Yeah.
So I just want to get you in details, like in a detailed way. Please let us know how this app works. How does the landlord find the tenant? How does the tenant find, you know, vice versa?
Yeah.
And of course, who is paying who?
Yeah.
Yes, you know, give us the whole gist, because right now we're just excited. We don't, you know, my agent, but we want to know, like, how exactly does this app work?
Okay, so the way this app works is that there's like two sides in the app. There's the landlord side and then there's the tenant side. So I'll start with the landlord side. When you first log into the app, it will take you to a place where you select a role, whether you're a landlord or a tenant. And once you select, the app will remember next time you log in, it will remember your role. So if you are logging in as a landlord, you log in and then the dashboard is different from that of a tenant. So when you log in as a landlord, it'll give you options to actually upload a house. So I would say, like, you have, let's say, high quality pictures, you go there and then you click the option that lets you add the house, and then you add photos, you know, like 2-3 photos, you know, and there's also a part where you can add descriptions of the house. So let's say number of bedrooms, bathrooms that are in there, and then if you have like square footage and any other description that you would want to tell the person. And I'm at one end, Idiama Gitsi, Yovana Magitsi, Kabanda Gitsime, Mundu Muta Unenia Minabajaba, Muta Sakani Mafosan Bimbia, Azvide Gura, Agamatu. Okay, so after that, the person, the landlord, can save the post. Agapanga save. Emakaude imenende ude ilimuja system.
Okay.
Yakana system minimum jamu pali agabwela ba dashboard baja, main dashboard or homepage yage. Imazonesa pali option opanga edit listing. De utobiro ukapanga edit listing ija. Ukabiro ukapanga edit, you can change any information you want.
Okay.
Kandi zituzi, kandi number of beds, ka unalawisa, you can fix that. Kumasa umomba bage pali availability toggle. So this one is very important. Important in the sense kuti muzoagari ineo magolanga we have had tenants before. So I know ena matongo bizora so usiku.
Is that so?
Yeah, as in kuti uzoro muntu muna demand fendija abizora kuso apa 29 kuta ura salibie rent.
Okay.
So what I'm trying to stress here is kuti with the availability toggle, you can tell, I mean, you can say, okay, the house is available now. You can update. Ugapanga update amene bajaba, imapanga so update system ndeuti chimodzimodzi ndi kwa tenant in real time. When I say real time, ndeuti pompo. Sichedwaso kuti mpaka na munthu apange refresh, no. Pompo imasintha. So yakauti nyumba ija munayika kuti mwina ndimolowedwa kale anthu, you can mark it as unavailable. So the tenant will still see the house and the details, but they can't contact you or send a request to you. It will look gray in color. But if it is available, mukaonesa kuti available, imabwera ndithu green color, komanso chithunzi chimakhala ya clear. So that's on the landlord side.
Yeah.
And of course, the landlord can also manage requests. So if someone sends you a request, which is what is called a viewing request, the tenant will send the viewing request to the landlord, and then maka option the landlord atopanga accept kapena decline. Akapanga accept, they would chat imapangidwa enabled. Ndero maka chat box atomutu amba kuyeza. So you can see the first name, only the first name of the person who is contacting you, and also gadina muna pa profile yao umata kunguona muna let's say muna bio kapena something about the person, you know, bio and maybe job role if they have added these things. Komano phone number simon etc. for security purposes. I mean, you share the number at your own discretion. And when it comes to payments, right now payments are made outside of the app. So landlords and the tenants are in full control of the payments.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
So let me just finish on the tenant side.
All right. Cool.
Yeah. So on the tenant side, what happens is that when you open the app first, what it does is it takes you to the place where you see houses.
So different houses.
Different houses.
Okay.
I mean, abanga upload ya my landlords. So pamwe ndi kuti manyumba osiyana and this so search option de tekizemwina pali nyumba yoti munofuna usake nyumba ukawali kandi kwa njio, you can write in the search box kuti kawali njio. Okay, and then it will give you manyumba amene abangidwa uploaded kukawali koma ngati kulibe iguza kuti there's no available options. So you can also search the houses by the number of beds. Take one bedroom, the rupang. 2 bedroom, the same thing. And then manyumba mina monegi and in 2 ways. They can be either gray or clear. Gray in the this house is rented. It's not available. When it's rented, when it's available, it will look clear for the tenant. And at the same time, if you click the house, there's like even an option that says view details. So you can click that and then it'll give you more details of the house. And when you go to that page, you see that there's something that says send viewing request. So when you click that button, it will take you to another page where you can choose date. Kena kupama chat box, which is mandatory, you should write something to the landlord. So you can introduce yourself, just say something to the landlord, on this and this day or something, tell me if it works or something. Yeah, just something you can write. And then you hit the send request button. You got to me ka pop-up thing, kuti yatumizido. And then do the makaya kwa landlord. Now it's makaya landlord. Kuti akuvomera kapena agafuna so topanga decline. It's at their discretion.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
All right. No, that's very detailed. Now, I want to understand, Kuri, if I'm a tenant or a landlord and I want to get on the app, am I paying for that or is it free?
So it's totally free.
Okay.
For both the tenant and the landlord. So all you need is to just have an Android app. Because right now the only version I've done is the Android, and then
iPhone Aliman.
Okay, Zumuku soon, because I posted this thing on TikTok, and it gained so much traction. Like a lot of people and Pamango Pango repost. I would even if not a trend, at least we
want to get rid of the agents.
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah, and honestly, I've received so much support. I didn't have so many followers. These were my first post on TikTok, and the support I got from a lot of people was massive. So that was a clear indication that the demand is high.
Okay.
Yeah, and the market is ready. Yeah.
So when you go on the app right now, wait, I think the question should be, has it or is it already in motion?
Yes.
It's already working.
Yes, the app is already in motion. Right now, I've just had issues with to putting it on Play Store. So I want to stress that the app is not yet on Play Store, but I'm working hard to have it on Play Store. I've just had issues in the, the Forex. It's been hard for me to make a payment to finalize the whole thing. Komano, otherwise, it's working, and there's even houses on the app. Landlords are already posting houses, and they can download the app. Everything is working. And actually, I also mentioned that I'm under a Zanchito program, the entrepreneurship program. I got accepted, and I'm right now under pre-incubation. So I'm also thankful for that. And I know they also helped me, scale this initiative. Yeah.
Well, adding on that, one of the things that we encourage is, youth creating opportunities for themselves. And you did say that you wanted this to be a job for you, seeing as, the job market is, So how do you make money out of that? Because, when you say you want a job, you still want to get something to buy soap at home and what have you. So do you get any, money right now? Have you already started making money out of it? And how, if so, if not, right? How do you intend on making money out of this app?
Okay. I guess for this one, right now, I would tell you that I'm not making any money out of it. Right now, I'm focusing on making sure that I give the best service to the tenants and the landlords. And I'm working very hard to have people onboarded on the app, because people keep asking me, and like I said, the demand is high. So I'm working really hard to find my landlords. If they have children who can even help them manage the listings, I'm really working hard with the Antwerpangis Minas. So Komano, at some point I will need to I will start making money out of it. This is mostly because right now I'm not paying anything for the back end side of things, keeping the data and the whole thing. Komano, at some point you can figure a certain number of users. I plan to start to charge a small fee, but this fee will not be going to landlords. This fee is only going to be to tenants.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's going to be the way. It's going to be different in the sense it's going to be a very, very small fee. Yeah, because ilingarimini imakaliaga and the money kavena mpamba ambizoti akuchezeka ndrama ngono, and we'll do the same thing.
Okay.
And I know we do in that way. I also create jobs for other people, people who can market the app, because I'm already looking for people who can help me market the app. I'll need an HR. I'll need someone to even help me run the system, because I know it has the capacity to go big and to go international.
Of course, who are kidding?
I've had people text me they're from Kenya. They're like, "Hey, we really would love to have this," you know. And then someone is like, "What about Zambia?" I'm like, "I'm coming. We're coming. RentMe is coming."
Go everywhere.
It's scalable.
And on the same, nyumba za housing. I don't know how maybe you would want to incorporate that into your system as well. Something like that.
It's funny you asked that, because I did really thought about that, and I don't know I'm sure manyumba 18 are just on the housing, the reason I'm saying this is because I thought about it. I was like, you know what? It would be easier if you even kuti ndike manyumba osiba moze arakati is a housing wasazi kungoika papa ndeuti basi rabo
Mulintiga.
simuvutika so
Okay.
so I've been thinking along that angle, and I think this is something I could really do. And I even like approached, some other. I've been like, moving here and there, to find like Minagama villas who can like, put their houses on the app, so that because this is not just it's reaching to like a wider audience, yeah, and which means from nyumba 50,000 to nyumba 1 million or even 2 million, like they can put their houses there. So thank you for that question, and I'm going to do something about that.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Lovely. Being a young person and having this whole innovation in your hands, what are some of the challenges that you've been facing in implementing it and of just keeping it going?
So I think the first challenge that I faced is the forex issue. Because for me to make the payment, to put the app on Play Store, I need to have like some dollars, So I've been going to my banks to help me with that, and there's like a mismatch, Google, bank wouldn't be the same invoicing, but when Google I beg invoice after, So it's been a big challenge, and I've felt like I'm disappointing my people who are like asking me, why is it not on Play? Sorry, why is it not yet on Play Store? And I've been like, guys, I'm really working hard, because I'm like you, like I'm also a young person. I'm also a person who has, had to live and had to deal with these issues. So, and I'm like, I really also like, I would love if we didn't have this
this particular
this program. Yeah. But the other thing is, I think I can just end is that right now I think I just want to also make sure that there's more landlords on the app. So I'm just requesting all the landlords out there to trust and put their houses, and that would be perfect. Yeah.
What is your biggest vision? Maybe by the end of the year, what are some of the things that you would love to accomplish with RentMe?
So, with biggest vision is that I want at least, because Lilongwe is a pilot, so I'm starting with Lilongwe and then going to Planta and then Zuzu. But of course, I'm not saying that these are the other cities are excluded. Zomba, Rumpi. I shouldn't have excluded. Komano, I think as a business person, I have to like set targets. So I'm actually focusing on one place first. So I'm not like just everywhere over the place. So I'm starting with Lilongwe first, and my goal is at least to have maybe like 1,000. No, 1,000 is small. Let me have 5,000 houses on the app, or even more, and I would love if I can exceed exceed those targets. That would be amazing. Yeah, 5,000 is even small, I think. We need more houses. All the houses.
Step by step, you'll get there.
Yeah.
All right, now because we're wrapping up now, maybe for young people that are watching us right now, they have ideas as well. One thing that I know is whenever I get an opportunity to interact with young people, I've always found out that they're very innovative. They have ideas. Some of the challenges is that forex and what have you, and how to implement everything else. For a young person who's watching us right now, and they are also wanting to innovate something or to venture into something, what is the one key advice that you would tell them?
One key advice I would tell any young person out there who is listening is that invest in learning. So if you're like me, who is curious and wants to make things happen, I'd say invest in kugula mabando, gwana mabando, muzone azintu zidi pa internet, right? Pa YouTube baje. And there's even trainings out there, kuli Annex Gen Lab, ama tuwezore vina rules, makai ma training kumapanga applies means just kandi ku M-Hub kuja osakuopa you know kuvaya kumene kujako basi ukaphunzira zingine zijaendero makauta ukuyaza. So I believe kuti kuphunzira ngati umene kujako, because I was doing this, you know, like in my bedroom, you know, which means kuti you don't have to have like team mbili. If you have like a vision and you have like you know what I really just want to do this, and there's actually a need, you know, like my community is like really struggling with this, and I want to develop this solution. I mean, and the ideas are there, common execution in Maputo, you know, they don't have the technical capacity. So how do you get the technical capacity? You learn, you know. So my advice is invest in learning. Yeah.
All right. No, thank you very much for joining us today, and of course, you know, sharing all of that with us. I'm really sure a lot of people are relieved. I know I am, because yo, man, hey, it's been a hassle just looking for a house. The house searching, the house hunting is just a lot.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, that app does definitely make life easier at the end of the day.
It does.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in today. And of course, we had the lovely David talking about his RentMe app. I'm pretty sure a number of you, you know, are interested, and of course, relieved that we have this on our hands. And hopefully, all of us would be able to use it in the, you know, in the future or currently. I don't know, but you know, the thing is here. Let's make sure that we support David. You know, we're always encouraging young people to go out of their way, implement their ideas, and of course, you know, you never know who's watching, and of course wanting to say, you know what, I think I want to invest in that particular thing.
Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ruth Chavula. Do continue watching other programs right here on Zodiak Television. Have a good one.